Okay, hello. The IPMAT exam for admission to the 5-year integrated course in management IPM of IIM Indore and some other institutes was conducted today on 2nd of July. The pattern has gone back to the pre-COVID times. So it was a 2-hour test. Remember, during COVID, last 2 years, it was reduced to 90-minute test, but this year again it resumed to 120 minutes. And the same 3 sections. So we had one section which was quant short answer type, then quant MCQ and verbal ability. The only small change in the pattern that was seen this year was that the number of questions per section were changed. So we saw a reduction in number of quant questions and an increase in number of verbal ability questions. That possibly goes in line with the weightage also that has been assigned in the overall score calculation. VA, while it is just one section, has a weightage of around 50% in the overall score calculation. So while the number of questions in quant is reduced and number of questions in verbal increased, since time when all the sections was 40 minutes, and there wasn't much change visible in the degree of difficulty as compared to the patterns of 2018 and 2019. I feel the cutoffs would remain more or less in the range that they were in 2019.
Okay, so before I discuss the sectional analysis and cutoffs with you, let us have a look at the entire admission process. So the aptitude test that you appeared in today has been given 65% weightage, and if you qualify this aptitude test, then you will be appearing for a personal interview, and that has been given 35% weightage. And the total intake, as you all are aware, is 150. One more thing that you must know, that apart from IIM Indore, there are some other institutes that are accepting the score of IPMAT aptitude test, and these are IIM Ranchi, Nalsar Hyderabad, Nirma University Ahmedabad, Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, and this year onwards, Tapmi Institute of Management Bangalore will also accept the aptitude test score. Now let us discuss the section-wise analysis. The first section was QA short answer, comprised 15 questions, and you were given 40 minutes to solve it. As far as difficulty level of the section is concerned, because so many questions were from the topics like functions, trigonometry, matrices and determinant, logarithm, binomial theorem. So the difficulty level of the section was tough. The second section was QA MCQ, and the total number of questions in this section were 30, and again you were given 40 minutes to solve this. The overall difficulty level of this section was moderate, and the questions were based on the topics like permutation and combination, probability, matrices and determinant, quadratic equations, mixture and alligation, trigonometry, number theory, ratios, linear races, properties of triangles, and there was one case of logical reasoning comprised 5 questions, and that was based on matrix arrangement. The third section was verbal ability, comprised 45 questions, and again the time allotted to the section was 40 minutes only. This year, number of questions in this section increased by 5, but the difficulty level was same as the previous years, and I rate the overall section as moderate, and the areas that were tested, there were 2 RCs comprised 6 questions each. Then questions were based on para-jumbles, para-completion, fill in the blanks, identifying errors, and idioms and phrases. So let us discuss about the number of attempts that you should have made in a particular section and what can be the expected section cutoff. So if I talk about quantitative ability short answer, ideal attempts were like in the range of 6 to 7, and the expected cutoff for this section will be in the range of 16 to 20. For quantitative ability MCQ section, ideal attempts should be 12, and the sectional cutoff is expected to be in the range of 26 to 30. If I talk about verbal ability, then one should have attempted minimum 30 questions, and the sectional cutoff is likely to be in the range of 76 to 80. And you are aware of the marking pattern for like QA short answer, there was no negative marking, and for like the other two sections, each question correct will give you 4 marks, and there is a negative marking of 25%, that is -1 for QA MCQ section and verbal ability, and there was no negative marking for short answer type questions. I hope this gives you a clear picture about the sectional cutoff, and now you can prepare further accordingly, and I wish you all the best for ACT and JIQ.